Before we get started with this video, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I'm filming this clip on the 9th of January, and yesterday we passed the 100 subscribers mark, which is huge for me. Throughout December, I watched the subscribers more than double, so I really mean it when I say thank you. Welcome, I'm Rob. You joined me for a Friday afternoon adult race experience. I decided to pop and join the 4:30 session. This turned out to be quite a bad decision, and as a result, this video will actually have both sessions. So here we are on the first red flag, I presume flag test. Throughout this video, I'm going to skip the red flags and fast forward through the yellows. My work colleague, Dan, is ahead of me here and is able to get past this slower cart before the chicane. I tried to get around the outside, but saw that they were coming back over to the left, so I bailed out. When they then sat in the middle of the track, I recommitted myself to the outside and passed around a hairpin. Here I'm committing myself again to going around the outside through the fast back section, just trying to catch back up with Dan in front. But we're back into another yellow flag period. I make sure to slow down more when I see the marshal working on the track. As we go back under green flags, I have half a think about trying to go around the outside through the right left hander. It won't work on entry, but I'm able to hold it on the outside. Thankfully, I took a really wide entry, or that would have been a lot worse. So now I know I need to be more cautious with this driver. I need to find a nice, easy pass that leaves him with little room to try and fight back. Thankfully, he's left the door open and I've snuck it up the inside. Annoyingly though, the red flags come out, and take a look at just how many cars are stopped here. We're back underway, and cart number 7 is Dan, so I've been able to catch him just fine. We just need to work our way through these slower carts. It's nice, clean and committed from us both so far. At this rate, we should clear the traffic on this lap. Dan makes a nice move around the outside there, and I think about doing the same through the next hairpin. I made it around, although he's on full attack, and got slowed as I make space for the car coming across the track. As they've overcommitted on the change of direction, I've managed to just hold it around the outside of them. As I come up the ramp here, I really didn't estimate the speed of these two cars all that well, and I get frustrated that I'm on the brakes once again. So we go up the ramp and into yet another red flag. This one was quite a long one. Just watch that lap timer. Yikes, that's over 2 minutes just sat there. Any tyre attempts I may have had definitely will be gone now. I've left this green flag on fast forward 2 as the lap timer broke and we come to another red flag at the top of the big ramp anyway. So that ended up being a 4-minute, 18-second lap. Certainly not my longest, but it sure is up there. The driver of kart 13 ends up putting up a good fight and we've caught onto the back of Dan again. The main issue this driver has is that he's paying far too much attention to me rather than where he's going. I reckon he would have been able to keep up with Dan and possibly even pass him if he just looked ahead more. That could have been a lot worse. Thankfully I was on the ball here. One cart had hit the barrier and another back marker was trying to keep out the way of us faster cars. So we go under a quick yellow flag, presumably to sort the issue back there. but we get another red flag, and you can start to see the frustration in all of us now. Thankfully, it was a reasonably quick one, and we're soon back underway. This yellow is at normal speed, as I've nearly hit the back of kart 13 as he's weaving desperately across the track. I'm okay with weaving, I do it myself, even with others around you, but you need to be aware of how close they are. This was my fault as well as his, so I'm not apportioning any blame, but that could have been unnecessarily messy. And that fun battle comes to another abrupt stop as we are faced with more red flags right at the end of the lap. I decided I needed to back off when we were released and leave some space ahead of me. Despite being under yellow flags from the start, this turns out to be my quickest lap of the session, so I'll leave this one to play out. So a 1 minute 3 second lap, my fastest lap of the session and the fastest lap of the session by a couple of tenths over Dan. I'm glad I decided to leave that space at the start, otherwise I feared Dan may have actually been faster than me for the first time, and I can't be having that. He is unable to find a way past the slow cars ahead through this lower section, which gets me right behind him. And as we're both fighting for track space, we've gone for the same bit, resulting in a small amount of contact, but nothing major. Here I got to run up the ramp and I've finally got myself in front of Dan. But as we come around the final corner for the last lap, we're presented with yellow flags and some very slow moving cars. Well, that makes the end of session 1. Hopefully session 2 is going to be a bit better. Let's take a look. As we were getting in the karts, I did notice that one driver had chosen not to take part in this session. Hopefully that'll mean a clearer track and some more action. I might have spoken too soon as we're met with yellow flags pretty early on. Again, once I've seen the marshal on track, I've raised my hand and slowed even more. Damien, the marshal, had actually spotted this, given me the thumbs up, and clearly felt more comfortable as he proceeded to get the car facing the right way. So, a lap later and we're back underway, and with seemingly no one in front of me, it's time to push. Okay, so maybe it's not an empty track. Hopefully I don't get slowed by these two too much. And a late dive up the inside sees me get past the first one. Now with these two fighting, I just slide on past. Thanks! And this guy backed off for me, so a quick thumbs up and on for the next one. A 1 minute, 2 second lap. We're already quicker than the last session though. Dan in the kart in front, he locked his brakes for the first hairpin, but he converts it into a nice move up the inside, and I follow on through past the back marker. There's no sticking around this time as I stick it up the inside before the big ramp. A 1 minute, 1 second lap, we're getting quicker. But we're back under yellow flag, so that'll slow this lap down. The driver with the grey helmet is actually a member of staff, and the other kart just happily passed him there. Bradley might not have spotted the greens as quickly as I had, and Dan took the opportunity to get back in front too. But as Bradley goes early on the brakes, Dan gets caught out and I slip up the inside of them both. Another yellow flag. Time to slow back down and be prepared for another attempt next lap. Again, once I've seen Damien on the track, I've visibly slowed further and I've raised my hand. Head down, time to go. Lap 8 is my fastest of this session, so I'll leave this one to play out. If I hadn't caught this kart in front, I suppose lap 9 could have also been a quick one. But let's just see how long it takes me to get past, shall we? Ah, so it's the fast driver from last time. I just need to distract him by being behind him. Think I might find a way past. Right, now he knows I'm there. He's going to be checking around a lot. I can use this. Another small yellow flag, and there's Damien on the track again, so I've slowed further and raised my hand. And as I'm back on the back of kart 6, can I use this other kart to find my way through? I tried it up the inside, but he gets the better run out the corner. Will he commit to the inside here though? Yes, he's far enough ahead to make that work. And we're both now past the back marker. But at the last moment, I've seen him sneaking back up my inside. I didn't expect to have to defend that corner, so lesson learned. I've got the run and the move works up the inside of turn 2. Now to go back after kart 6. At this point I should be clear of the back marker behind, so I don't overly defend. I'm wrong again. I've not sworn at someone in a kart before. That was a late move that was never going to work. This driver seriously needs to adjust how he drives, especially on these time sessions. And we come up the ramp and into the yellow flags, and I spot the marshal with the checkered flag too. So that's it for tonight. I was able to go fastest in this session as well, so that's 2 first place finishes for me. At least I can take something away from this visit. As always guys, thanks for joining me. Please do give the video a like and leave some feedback down below in the comments. Thank you again to all of those of you who have subscribed, especially all the new ones. The next video will be coming from a new location. Not the originally intended one, but a new TeamSport track anyway. And until then, cheers!